What is up, 12s? Before we dive into today's breaking update regarding our squad, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below with your name, the city you are living in, and your country so we can see how far the Seahawks' dominance truly reaches. We are currently pushing for our 1,000 subscriber milestone here on the channel, and your support helps us keep providing the best coverage of our Super Bowl champions. Things are heating up in Seattle as we look toward the future, and there is a very specific underlying situation developing in the trenches that has the front office buzzing. Something massive is shifting behind the scenes, and you are definitely not ready for this specific update. Go Hawks! Jared Ivey is the name everyone in the Pacific Northwest needs to start paying attention to right now as we transition into this crucial 2026 campaign. After a rookie season that saw him technically become a Super Bowl champion while serving as a depth piece for the league's top-ranked defense, the time has come for him to step into a much larger role. While his debut year was limited to just 15 defensive snaps and 10 special teams appearances, mostly buried in late-game blowouts, the situation has shifted dramatically this offseason. The departure of Boy Mayfair to the Cincinnati Bengals leaves a glaring hole in our pass rush rotation that needs to be filled immediately. With the team only adding veteran Dante Fowler Jr. to the mix, the path is wide open for young talent to seize their moment. Ivey spent his entire rookie season on the active 53-man roster, soaking up the culture and the defensive schematics implemented by our staff, even if he remained inactive on most Sundays. Now, the organization is looking for players who understand the system, and having a full year of professional development under his belt gives him an immediate edge over newcomers. This isn't just about filling a spot on the depth chart. It is about finding a viable solution to keep our defensive front elite after losing a key piece of our rotation. The narrative surrounding his trajectory has shifted from a raw developmental prospect to a potential contributor who could surprise many observers if he capitalizes on the opportunities coming his way this summer. Strategy is at the forefront of this decision, as the front office balances veteran presence with the need for youthful energy. We have seen how Mike McDonald values versatility, and this specific player possesses the physical tools to align with that vision perfectly. It is a defining moment for his career arc, and the pressure is mounting to prove that the initial investment in his talent was well-founded. As we prepare for training camp, all eyes are locked on number 51, tracking every rep and every adjustment he makes to prove he belongs on this championship-caliber roster. The window is open, the expectations are high, and the competition to see who steps up in Mayfair's absence is officially underway right now. Looking back at his journey, it is clear that Ivey has always been a player with a high ceiling, even if the road to the professional level was not a straight line. His high school days at North Gwinnett in Georgia were nothing short of dominant, racking up 20 sacks and earning his way to Georgia Tech. After finding his footing in the collegiate ranks, he transferred to Ole Miss, where he really started to blossom into the athlete we see today. 3 productive seasons as a Rebel resulted in 125 tackles, over 26 tackles for loss, and 16 sacks. Those numbers highlight a player who was consistently disruptive and constantly improving his craft. While he was never touted as a top-tier draft darling, his ability to force fumbles and knock down passes showcased a high football IQ that our coaching staff clearly values. The internal climate in Seattle is currently focused on maximizing these secondary options. We cannot rely solely on the stars. We need depth that can step up when the inevitable grind of a 17-game season takes its toll. The loss of Mayfair was a blow, but it has created a void that serves as a catalyst for growth for players like Ivey. Our fans know that the Seahawks culture is built on resilience and the next man up mentality, and Ivey is now the embodiment of that philosophy. The trend across the league is to find cost-effective contributors who can impact the game, and if our defensive line coach can refine his pass-rushing moves, we might have a hidden gem on our hands. The community is buzzing, wondering if he can finally break out of the inactive list and become a rotational staple. It is a pivotal moment for his professional life as he moves from a spectator of our Super Bowl run to an active participant in our quest for a repeat. The preparation he has undergone during this offseason has been intensive, focusing on his mechanics and his ability to hold his ground against the run. Every snap in the preseason will be a test, but the foundation is there, and the opportunity is waiting for someone to grab it and run with it. Strategically, the choice to keep Ivey around demonstrates a clear commitment to the specific profile that our coaching staff prefers for their defensive ends. At 274 pounds, he provides that atypical size that allows for versatility along the front, potentially even sliding inside in certain sub-packages. This is where the tactical genius of our staff comes into play. If they can successfully harness his size and punching skills, Ivey becomes a chess piece rather than just another body on the line. The primary challenge remains his fluidity and his technique in pass rush sequences. He has shown he can move, but at the professional level, raw power is not enough. He must be surgical. We are looking at a scenario where he must beat out the likes of Aiden Hubbard and Connor O'Toole during training camp to secure his spot as the fifth edge rusher. If he succeeds, he is essentially one injury away from seeing significant playing time. This is the reality of the NFL, especially for a team with our championship aspirations. The coaching staff is likely looking for him to show more consistency when he launches into contact, ensuring that he does not get pushed around by stronger offensive linemen. It is a technical refinement process that requires extreme discipline and repetition. Future success hinges on his ability to transition from a project player into a dependable backup who can eat up snaps and allow our starters like DeMarcus Lawrence and Uchenna Nwosu to rotate and stay fresh. If he can demonstrate that he has mastered the scheme and improved his block-shedding capabilities, he will secure a valuable spot on this roster. The potential for a breakout season is there, but it will require a level of dedication that defines a long-term professional in this league. The pressure on him this year is immense, not just from the coaching staff, but from a fan base that expects excellence every single time the Seahawks take the field. The media will be watching closely, analyzing every practice rep to see if he truly has improved or if he is simply treading water. If Ivey fails to show progress, the team will have no choice but to explore other avenues, perhaps looking to the waiver wire or free agency once the roster cuts begin. The risk is high for both the player and the front office. Missing on depth could jeopardize our defensive ranking and our ability to compete at the highest level. We have seen how quickly things can change in this league, and a single injury can force a backup into a starting role without warning. The emotional stakes for the fans are equally high. We have become accustomed to a high standard of defensive performance, and any dip in production will be scrutinized immediately. It is an environment where only the strongest survive, and Ivey is entering the most critical stretch of his young career. The decisions made in the next few months will dictate his future in Seattle, and perhaps his future in the NFL altogether. He must prove that he is ready for the lights, the noise, and the tactical complexity of our defensive system. There is no room for error, and the margin between being a rotation player and being out of the league is incredibly thin. He needs to embrace this pressure, channel it into his performance, and show the world that he was a vital part of our Super Bowl success for a reason. The countdown to camp is on, and all eyes are waiting to see if he rises to the occasion. In summary, the journey of Jared Ivey is a perfect example of what it takes to survive and eventually thrive in the NFL. From an undrafted signee to a Super Bowl champion, he has already beaten the odds once, but the real challenge begins now. He has the size, the scheme, and the opportunity to make a name for himself as a contributor in this defensive rotation. Do you think he will step up and fill the void, or will we need to look elsewhere for help? Drop a comment below and share your predictions for the upcoming season. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those notifications so you never miss an update on our Seahawks. We are chasing 1,000 subscribers, so share this with your fellow 12s. Go Hawks!